Okay, so I realize the angle on this is a little bit weird, but this is officially just a journal entry to complain about all the things you always hear about India. So, Monday, I went to the police commissioner's office to register. And of course, they told me that there was no chance, or that they would maybe able to get me in, but that I should just sit and wait for a few hours. And I said, well, I've got a car today. I had rented the car, or I'd taken the car from the hotel, which is fine because it's like $25 a day, but it's nice not to have to like catch a rickshaw and especially on my first day, I didn't really know where I was going, so I was like, okay. I said I'll just go back to the hotel and come back tomorrow, and I use the car to do touristy stuff, right? So then. Or wait, that was Tuesday. So then Wednesday, I went back at the time they told me to go. And they basically told me that there was, the stuff that the school had said that I needed was literally less than half of what I actually needed. They gave me forms to fill out. Now, mind you, they gave you 4 pages of the exact same form to fill out. No carbon copies. No, enter it into the computer and have it autofill. They gave me a booklet of the same 4 pieces of it's the same survey that you have to fill out 4 separate times so they can keep an individual copy of each, right? So they sent me back with that, and they told me to go by the school to pick up the other stuff. So I took the car back to the school. To get this information. The school goes, we'll get it done. We can have all that for you by Friday. So, and they said, don't worry. We know you're traveling next week because we know you came early because school was supposed to start on the 19th and you wanted to come a week ahead to get sick. Now, mind you, I emailed them May, June, July, over and over again trying to figure out at what point I needed to come so that I would have time to get sick, but that I wouldn't be so early that it would be inconvenient. They didn't email me back. Months and months later, the tickets kept going up and going up. So I erred on the side of caution, and I chose my ticket, and I bought my ticket. So then when I told them when my ticket was, they were like, oh, that might be too early. And I said, well, I understand that's going to be too early, but I need time to get sick, and that's when I'm coming, and I'll just travel. And they were like, okay. So then, of course, they keep saying, well, this is a little bit too early, but maybe we can handle it. So they said, come back on Friday. So it's Friday. They said, come to us. The police commissioner opens at 11. We'll have all the paperwork ready for you. We'll even technically go ahead and move you into your dorm so that you can give them the dorm that you'll be living in, the signed thing that says you're living in the dorm, which is really stupid, by the way, because anyway. And of course they were like, well, technically you can't move into the dorm till you register. And I was like, I have everything that I need. I just need proof. And then the police commissioner knows that I'm not moving into the dorm. He knows that I came early. He knows that it won't happen until school starts. But he needs a letter verifying that I'm going to be able to move into the dorms when school starts. So the guy says, okay, cool. Come back Friday, right? So Friday, I show up. I get my letter from the admissions people I've been talking to. And they send me upstairs to get my dorm letter. The guy's not there. He's not coming in until the afternoon. And I was sitting in the office of the guy who called him, and he essentially said to him, if one of the exchange students were to show up on Friday, could you get them a dorm? And the guy was like, hypothetically, yes. So I understand, because I heard the conversation that went down, why this guy has no idea that I'm coming. However, he's not in the office, and he's not going to be in the office till the afternoon. And because the other guy told me everything would be handled by 10:30 this morning, I'm sitting in his office with a car service. It's now cost me $75 this week just going back and forth to the school, which is not really money I want to spend on this particular thing. But I knew that I was going to have to take multiple stops, and also the police commissioner is in a super inconvenient place, and it's not really fun to try to take a rickshaw there, especially because what they don't understand at school, because they're like, why'd you get a car? You could just get a rickshaw. Most of the rickshaw drivers don't speak English. At the hotel, people can translate for me. On the street, getting a rickshaw, which, by the way, anyone who told me, again, I know I've said this before, but anyone who told me again that when I came to India, I would only have to speak English and I was wasting my time trying to learn any Hindi is full of nonsense. Maybe everybody they know speak English, but I'll tell you something, the rickshaw drivers, the people on the street, the people I talk to speak very little English. 85% of people in India do speak English, that is true. But it's also very difficult to understand, and of course the people I need to deal with right now do not. And it's huge, colossal pain. I definitely would have devoted myself just a little bit harder to speaking Hindi had I known that I was going to have to use it with quite this frequency. Although I am pretty terrible at Hindi, kind of an inconvenience. Should have thought about that before I chose IMA. I overestimated my language abilities. So essentially this is just to complain and just to be a little angry and a little unhappy. However, all in all, I can say my experience here so far has been really positive. I'm just frustrated and wanted to kvetch about it.